Right, in this video I'm going to be talking about shoulder pain when lifting weights and how to avoid it. So shoulder pain is a very common problem for many bodybuilders, but there are ways in which you can avoid it by adjusting the way you train. I will share from my own experiences the precautions you can take to prevent shoulder injuries and resulting pain. So the main culprit for shoulder pain is the bodybuilding bench press. This is how the majority of bodybuilders bench. It's a form that uses flared elbows and bringing the bar down higher on the chest. In my view, the danger of this technique far outweigh the potential benefits. Not only does this style of benching put a lot of strain on the shoulders, but it can also increase the likelihood of pec tears with heavy weight. Instead, bodybuilders should adopt a powerlifting style bench press. This is where you pinch your shoulder blades back, bring the bar a lot lower on the chest, and tuck your elbows in on the way down. This will take the shoulders out of the movement and a lot more and be far safer. As Scott Mendelson says, who's pictured below, when you're benching, you want to take your shoulders out of the movement as much as possible. You want to rely a lot more on the inner tricep and utilize your whole body using chain drive to get the weight up. When you are driving the bar back up, you want to think of driving your back into the bench instead of pushing the weight up using your arms. This is the correct way. Unfortunately, the large majority of people bench with incorrect mechanics, and this is what causes many shoulder injuries and shoulder pain. By following this advice, you will avoid a lot of shoulder pain. Also, don't go too deep on dumbbell presses. This is also another very important piece of advice. With dumbbells, you have more freedom of movement. You're not locked into a specific plane of motion like you are with barbells. However, going too deep on dumbbell presses will put more strain on the shoulders. Instead, don't go excessively deep. When doing dumbbell shoulder presses, it is perfectly fine to go down to just below the ears. Any lower and you'll increase the likelihood of shoulder strains and pain, especially when the weights are very heavy. Another tip is to turn the dumbbells inwards slightly when performing dumbbell presses. This will serve to reduce the risk of any injuries and make the movement feel more optimal. Also, train the rear delts hard. In order to have healthy shoulders in the long run and avoid shoulder pain, it is crucial to train the rear delts hard. Many bodybuilders focus heavily on pressing movements, but don't do enough pulling movements to balance it out. For healthy shoulders, you have to match the volume of pushing movements with pulling movements. Lots of rows will keep the shoulders injury-free and develop the back musculature at the same time. In addition, isolation movements for rear delts will help to strengthen them. Moves like rear delt machine flies and incline reverse flies will develop the musculature of the upper back. The rear delts are relatively small muscles, so it is important to not use weights that are too heavy. The focus should be on using lighter weights for a high number of reps. Also, band pull-aparts are another exercise that can be performed regularly and will ensure that your shoulders stay injury-free. I like to perform this exercise before doing any pressing movements and again at the end of my sessions. Face pulls as well are another exercise for the upper back that should be performed regularly. I like to use bands for these, but you can also use the rope attachment. And I'm going to leave a link to the bands that I use in my training in the description. As for rotator cuff exercise, this is very, very important for shoulder health. The rotator cuff is a group of tendons and muscles that are located around the shoulder joint and permit movement of the arm and shoulder. Strengthening these small muscles is vital in keeping the shoulder healthy long term. These exercises are generally overlooked by many people, and it's only after they blow out their shoulder that they wish they had worked on those exercises. A good one is that I like to utilize is a dumbbell internal rotations. So I do this exercise before performing any pressing movement in the gym. You should use ultralight dumbbells for this. I only use 2 to 4 kilograms. So bring the elbows back at a 90-degree angle and then internally rotate the shoulder. Do this for high reps in a few sets. Another exercise I use is dumbbell external rotations. This is where you hold the dumbbells with a neutral grip and bring your elbows back close to your sides. Then simply externally rotate the dumbbells. I do this for high reps, and it's an excellent way to strengthen the rotator cuffs and warm up the shoulders before pressing exercises. So to conclude, in this article, I have detailed how to avoid shoulder pain when lifting weights. It's a very common problem that it has plagued many bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts. Chronic shoulder pain can prevent you from performing various upper body exercises and also hinder your overall mobility in daily life. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance to adjust the style of your training to protect your shoulders and avoid injuries. I have discussed the correct method of barbell and dumbbell bench pressing and training the rear delts hard and working the rotator cuffs. All those things will help to ensure your shoulders remain healthy long term. So if you have any questions about anything in this article, please leave me a comment below. I will be happy to answer your questions and interact with you. As always, stay safe and enjoy your training. I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description so you can have a full read of it. And I'm going to leave a link to the shoulder pain. If you're suffering from shoulder pain, I have a link to the shoulder control program, which can help to relieve your shoulder pain as well. Please like the video, share, and subscribe. It would go a long way to help supporting this channel. And as always, stay safe and enjoy your training. Feel free to visit my website as well. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and you can get a free program as well. If you visit that link, you'll get a free program. Okay, thanks for watching this video.